Okay, next story. Gabrielle Union ended Pride Month with a beautiful message dedicated to her stepdaughter, Zaya. She said, "I don't care what they think, Z. You're my best friend, and I love you, kid. And if it means anything, just know that there's no love lost on this side." Why is it so important to support the LGBTQ plus community, especially Black youth?
Because they've been hidden so long in the closet, literally in the closet, where when you go into their world, it is so rich and so fun. Like I used to stay at the gay club because when I tell you I love a good old boy party or girl party, because it's something about when they come together, they know that that's their house. And so that's where they get a chance to kind of let loose and feel free. And when they do, it's just a burst of color and a burst of fun. And I'm there for all of it. I always have been. I love it.
LISARAYE, what's that one dance that they do that they come and they're like, and then they drop and they
the death drop.
Yes, you know what I mean? Like they give you all of that. You like, yes,
they give you fashion, nails, walk, face, fist, labels, everything. Drag, darling. I'm here
and then when they have they look and the bodies. Let's talk about the bodies. Bodies be by Jake, baby.
Have y'all ever been to a good old drag show?
Oh yeah,
yes. Had a good one down there in Atlanta, girl.
They got a good one in Atlanta. I forgot what it's called.
Remember Chicago, the Batons in Chicago.
Batons in Chicago, but the one here in Atlanta, it starts with an M.
Is that Vogue, that dance?
Vogue. I think that's Vogue.
Because they thought that Madonna brought in Vogue, but she didn't. She went to the gay club and learned how to Vogue, and then brought that to us. Oh,
yes. I have a question though. Why is she saying she don't care what they say? Did somebody pick on the baby? Like what? Why does she have to defend him?
And you said that.
SYLEENA, it's just that, you know, Gabrielle has been 100% supportive of when he decided to come out to their family at a very young age. And not only did he come out to them that he was gay, but she took him to some gay pride festivals. And then also when he decided he wanted to be a girl, that transition, she's been supportive, absolutely 100%. They do videos together. They dance together. When he wants to take pictures, you know, with the nails and all that on, him and Gabrielle and Dwyane have been absolutely supportive about this transition that he made at a young age. And a lot of people, you know, in our community wanted, you know, oh, he's too young, y'all know, but a person knows, they feel it. I have a lot of gay people in my life, in my team that I love, that I support, that I'm always, live your life. I cannot tell you how to live your life and who to love. And so the fact now that they're having pride and that they're able to celebrate and come out, some people have a problem with it, that if it happens at too young of an age, SYLEENA.
Okay,
so they don't know any better though, too.
Because I knew all of the backstory, but I was just wondering, did someone say something new specific, you know, as to why she had to make that statement? You know, that's what I was asking.
I want to jump in and say something because I don't want VIVICA to be dragged because you said he, and we know exactly what you meant. It was
she. No, I know that Z is a girl now, but at one point.
People like you already know how they get it.
Listen, y'all, I am the least homophobic. Trust me, not at all, not at all. That's not with no ill intention whatsoever. I know that she's a she.
Yeah,
I think Gabrielle is supportive for that.
And folks got to be a little bit more understanding because for a lot of people, a lot of this is new in the terminology. We want to get it correct, so we will definitely got to be open to listen. To you know, things are ever changing in this world, and you know, cut us some slack if we falter at times. We don't get it perfect, but we're working on it.
I just want to say that I just want to say that I commend Dwyane Wade and Gabrielle Union because children are very fragile, and no matter what people think, it is so important that they support children. Period. No matter what he or she wants to be. It is important. She wants to be, he wants to be. Whatever they want, whatever your child wants to be, it's very important that you support them and give them love no matter what. If you don't support them and don't show them love, imagine where that could take them later on in their lives.
Do you want to feel love within their family first?
Yeah, do you want to take that risk? Yeah, so I commend them because, and I commend them for doing it publicly because that allows other parents who may be in predicaments like that, freedom to be able to not feel a way and can love on their children just as free.
Speaking of other parents, we have a question that I think this is very important, and this may ruffle some feathers, but LaVon says Zaya's mom is not supporting her. Instead, she's blaming Gabrielle Union for pushing the agenda. So what do y'all think about that? Because like Gabrielle is not the biological mama of Zaya.
But I think that, you know, when you start sitting down and talking to your child and her being a stepmom, there's already a relationship there of this is not my real mother. So I feel like I can talk to her because she's not going to judge me as maybe my real mom, my biological mom would. Mm-hmm. But you can have a conversation with them and know how mature they are in the mind. And physically, if there's some characteristics that you see are girly or going towards that, something is bona fide happening. You can't not pay attention to that. So maybe, I don't know, maybe she's in the dark under a rock and she hasn't seen the transition yet, you know, but it's there for the taking, for the look, you know what I mean? So I can't imagine her, you know, I think that's going to draw a wedge between her and her child.
Henry Lester says 18 and over is okay to be trans. 13 is too young. Pierre Jones says they should not have went public with that child's sexuality. You know, the child is very, very young. So there's people that are, there's that.
Well, I understand both sides.
Hold that thought, SYLEENA. We got to take a quick break. I definitely want to hear from you on this one because I think this is a really interesting topic right here. We'll be back right after the break.
Yeah.
Welcome back to Cocktails with the Queens. Before we took a break, we were talking about, you know, the thoughts of opinions on transitioning, and some of our viewers were saying that the age is too young. 13 is too young. SYLEENA, what were you saying before we went to break? What were you going to say?
Well, I was saying that I understand both sides of the coin. As a mother, and putting myself in the shoes of Zaya's parents, for me, whatever my child decides, I have to love on my child regardless. Yes. So I think that as the child's parent, they're doing the best that they can with what they know to keep their child close to them, safe, and to keep their child motivated and have high self-esteem and not be out here thinking that people don't love him. Because there's also the latter. If you don't support your child, what will that mean for them when they grow up? But then on the other hand, I have gay friends, gay male friends who, when I said that, like, well, you know, that's good that the parents are supporting, they disagreed vehemently. They were like, he's too young to make that choice. And they said that what if when he's 20 years old, he turns around and he says, wow, I don't want to be this. I shouldn't have done this. So that was their argument. I was like, well, I guess you have a point on that too. So I understand both.
I feel a little uncomfortable, and it's not my place to feel uncomfortable now. It's none of my business really, but since we're talking about it, making it so public, if the child had second thoughts in a couple of years, it's almost like you're kind of stuck because the whole world is going to be, oh, I thought, you know what I mean? Like it's.
Why do you think, guys, that they went so public about it? Because no one knew. So why did they go so public with it?
I think that because of who they are it was eventually going to come out anyway. They can't really just hide these kinds of things when you're in the eye. You know how people stalk
in front of it.
You know what I'm saying? So if you get in front, exactly. If you get in front of it, you know, and not just really in front of it, but if you already say, hey, we don't care what you're talking about, we love our child, then there's no room for you to hate on and bash their child, which could cause children to kill themselves at this rate. You know what I'm saying? Kids are committing suicide and stuff. So, you know, it's a fine line. What price are you willing to pay? What sacrifice are you willing to
Isn't Angelina Jolie going through the same thing with one of her children that they dress like, I think the girl dresses like a boy?
Suri.
And Charlize Theron too, who has a Black adopted child, who they're like, why are you dressing this child as, let me see, as a girl?
So here's the thing: if you don't pay attention to it, they're gonna do it at their friend's house. They're gonna go to the club. You're gonna have somebody else raising your kid, and they'll be out there doing all kind of everything, and you don't know nothing what's going on. So you might as well be a part of.
Viewer comment, Vincent Airy says, it's better that Dwyane and Gabby showed her love publicly before the media got a hold of the story. So I think that's a great way to end that segment before we get in any trouble.